Hello guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I want to discuss in depth about primary attack. So after the introduction of the new gem, the gloom cask, we can see a lot of players have started using this new gem and replaced with some older gems. So in this video, I want to explain all the possible ways in which you can buff your primary attack. And this is especially very good for people who want to use the new gem or want to make builds around their primary attack because primary attack does a lot of damage and it can be a very important tool. So first we look into the gears, then we go to the legendary gear essences, then we will check out the legendary gems options and some other ways also in which we can buff the primary attack. So in the gears, I think the first one I would say is the Shalbaz set, which you can increase the primary attack damage by 15%. The 2-piece is really good. The 4 and 6-piece is not really good in PvP. So I think I would recommend if someone wants to create a build around primary attack, this is a very good gem. Second one is the magic attributes. In every gear you see there's magic at the primary attributes, and then there's a magic attributes. You can get primary attack damage increase from the gears. Like I have this gear, and both of them has primary attack damage. Also, if you have more speed, means you can hit the enemy more. So primary attack speed, I think this gear, yeah, attack speed increased by 3%. So if you have higher speed, then that means that you will be doing much more damage. Like now, if you see that every class may have some different things, but for monks, I can say that this new Hell 8 gear, Mystic Strike, now increases your primary attack speed by 30% for 6.4 seconds. So this gears like this are very good if you want to make builds around primary attack, because if you have a high speed of primary attack, you will do much more damage because you're going to hit the target more. Speaking of high speed, of course I forgot this one, the V2 set, the 4-piece one. Every time you use a beneficial effect, your attack speed will increase. For example, this is the current speed, and after I use this, my attack speed is increased drastically. Moving ahead, other ways you can buff the primary attack damage is the legendary gems, and the one for the low resonance players is the best one is the Carson's Invigoration. Here you can increase the speed of your primary attack by 16% and also increase the damage by 2%. This is a very good gem in my opinion, and if you are a low resonance player, I would definitely recommend this. I have even awakened this gem. And second gem is the gloom cask. Of course, this is what I started the video with, because every time you do your primary attack, you will release an aspect of gloom. So in a way, what these two gems together do is that you will be striking more attacks, as well as the gloom cask is going to do damage from the gem. So if you see here, so this is the gloom cask, and you see these blades coming out. These will actually with the gloom cask will actually do damage with the blades. And if you have the V2s, the duration of these blades will increase from 6 seconds. It will be increased by 30%. So these two gems are really good if you have if your build is centered around primary attack, especially for demon hunters. I think this is amazing. Apart from that, there are other legendary gems which buff your primary attack. Like this does not actually buff a primary attack. Primary attack will actually release a lightning, chain lightning, and the damage from this is really good. One of my favorites, 2-star gem. So apart from these 2 and 3 gems, there are some other gems that increase your damage overall, but they are not specific to primary attack, like Berserker's Eye. They will increase your damage overall. So I'm not including those gems. I'm only speaking about the gems that actually buff your primary attack in a way. After the legendary gears and gems, you can further buff your primary attack with reforged stones. So if you see this one, I have primary attack damage increased by 4%. If you have this in all the six set, that's a 24% increase in damage, and I think this is a very good family. This is a very good buff which you can get. Ap- Apart from the wildfire set, which increases your primary attack damage, there are other set which does some other things when you do primary attack. Also, the vengeance set, which has a attack speed increase, uh, definitely recommend for demon hunters. Further, let's after the reforged stones, you can also use the cursed gears, the new one. So in the cursed gears, you can use the lashed two piece. Your primary attack has a chance to generate whips, and this the good thing about this one is that it is a damage over time, which triggers by your primary attack. So the new set, the Banquet of Ice, will also buff this damage if you are using that. And overall, I think this specific curse is good for all the classes, because every class uses primary attack in some way or the other. So this is like a good curse gear to have. If suppose if you are switching classes a lot, then also this can help you. Finally, the other way to increase your primary attack damage is you find a legendary gear that increases your primary attack damage. For example, the Twitching Palm for monks. When you use a skill to, Fist of Thunder, first strike now becomes empowered with lightning, and it emits three bolts, and it will hit the target with 3753 damage. This is in my case. So if you awaken this gem, this slot, you will see that the damage, Fist of Thunder, the damage is increased by 10%. So yeah, this is a very good. This is another way if you are using awakened gears, 1 star, 2 star, 5 star doesn't matter. But this is also a huge boost. And finally, once you have awakened the gear, you can see the some awakened gears, some awakened properties actually increase your primary attack damage. In my case, both Berserker's Eye as well as the Castle's Invigoration, the the set the resonance bonus increases my primary attack damage by 3%. So there are a lot of ways in this game where you can increase your primary attack damage, and you can get a lot of utility out of it. Uh, it doesn't you do not have to be a demon hunter always to to make a build around primary attack. Like for me, I use this build where I just stun the enemies and then use the primary attack to kill the enemies in PvP, and I have been having a lot of fun with this build. So yeah, so that's about it for the primary attack damage. If you think I missed out any source of primary attack buff which is very important and which I missed, please let me know down in the comments. It will be interesting to see there you can further buff your primary attack apart from these sources. Thank you for the video. See you next time.